Hi everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token Channel. Hope you guys are enjoying all the great content on here. We're going to be doing awesome insights today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, hex.com, let's go. Day 683, and let's go. We're on hexdailystats.com site. Make sure you save all these. They're in the video description. Save them to your favorites. If you're invested in Hex, then you should have all these on hand and get to know them up and down. Obviously, we cover them live on this channel. Okay, so this shows the last 10 days on the Hex ecosystem. Day 683, 15th of October. The price got snapshotted after 24 hours at 32.8 cents, down 11% from the previous day. Now, obviously, dips offer huge chances of buying opportunities to get in. We know that people that have sold down at 1 cent, they thought that was mad gains. They sold down, and then, of course, it went up to 51 cents in a very short space of time. So just opportunities, folks, opportunities. Obviously not investment advice, but hey, look at the opportunity. Return on investment multiplier from all-time low, 5,819, down from 6,500 yesterday, obviously reflected by the price. Payout per Tshare at 5.73, just slightly down from yesterday. Still looking good. Tshare price, of course, 6,240, and just down from 7,000 yesterday. And the share rate, of course, is 18,996. This is really interesting. Big move in the share rate yesterday, 35.8, almost at 19,000 hex required per Tshare for 2-day stake. Interesting stuff there. All right, let's move forward in time here. Increase in Tshare rate, pretty amazing. Average stake length, 5.74. Amazing. That is incredible. APY rate, of course, includes interest and early end stake penalties. It's at 36.77%. Amazing. And of course, that's related to the amount of stake percentage, which we'll look at further down the track there. Liquidity, 98.6 billion liquidity, down, up from yesterday, obviously, because the price has gone down from the previous day. And of course, that means there's less USDC in the pool, but more Hex in the pool. And liquidity as well for ETH is down also. Now, the other side, of course, is that it doesn't take, if people want to become a shark or something like that, a big dolphin inside the Hex ecosystem. That's just different sizes of investors. There's not much Hex to be able to do that, so it doesn't take much to move that up. All right, total value locked at 20.68 billion. The market cap, which was a fun one to look at, down from 211 down to 188 billion, obviously reflecting the market price. Tshare market cap 68.96, and the T-shares are actually up 13,500 yesterday. So more people staking, very bullish sign, folks. The T-shares at 11,051,000. Total supply of Hex in the market, 635.4, just up a little bit from the previous day. The amount of minted Hexes, just under 6.8 million, up from yesterday. And the circulating supply is fairly even, down just slightly by 21.8 million. 572.4 billion Hex. Now remember, most of that is owned by the Origin wallet, which is one of Hex's fundamentals. So there we are. Let's have a quick look here. Stake supply, this is the total amount of Hex staked, 62.9 billion. And remember, something like 13 to 18% of this is the Origin wallet as well. Change in staked amount, 28.6 million. So up, people are staking, folks. People staking despite the price being down. In fact, the price gives you that buying opportunity to buy more Hex, get it staked. And of course, you're going to get a copy on the Pulse chain. And it's currently estimated on this channel to be about mid-December. All right, staked supply, a GA Hex at 172.9, down 6,800. The stake percentage of coins is one of the headline measures for X, 9.91%, up from the previous day. In the previous 10 days, look, 9.9, 9.91. So staking is in, and that's very cool. We're watching those closely. Payout, 63.3 million Hex paid out, including 211,000 of penalties. Very low yesterday, so not a lot of early unstaking for penalties yesterday, pushing the market down. So suggests that that a lot of this Axion sold yesterday is from our liquid wallets already in individual hands. Total holders, 368,894, up almost 500. Stellar growth here. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful stellar growth. So like I say, fundamentals going pretty well. The price dip really does some paper hands profiteering, and we know how that has resulted when people were down at 1 cent. So interesting stuff. All right, so change in current stake is 141. Total change stake is 200. So pretty similar previous days there. The change in current holders 250, and that's actually pretty good the last couple of days as well. So pretty awesome results. That's day 683, folks, 683, and that's just hot off the press there. Let's quickly check the price, of course. That's been the big one. Hex at 33.87 cents, down 11% over the last 24 hours. Once again, a buying opportunity. Now, well, this is the last day with an hourly view, and we can see that it actually had a bit of a spike down, quite dramatic, down to 26.3. But once again, we know that there's the liquidity pool is relatively small, and that allows prices to move up very fast and move down very fast, also creating more volatility potentially. But of course, we often see any sell down gets brought back up because of all those growth numbers we looked at earlier as well. So pretty cool on that. And back up 33.8, which is pretty cool. 32 was kind of where my second bottom range was, and 36 was sort of the first bottom range. But obviously we had a bit of a spike down here, and that can happen as well. All right, so let's go back to the Hex charts and quickly check that out. So in the Uniswap pools, not only has there more Hex in the pool due to the price being sold down a bit, it's also changed the relativity between ETH and USDC. So Hex is largely a stable coin, really, because about 87.5% of it was USDC. But of course, that's now down to about 86, was it 86.8%? So it's down about a percentage point or so there on the USDC. So interesting stuff there. That's a relatively recent move too, to increase the USDC amount. So pretty interesting. All right, so the chart graphically looking at the we've got the Tshare price and the Hex price. Remember the Tshare price, the Tshare price reflects the Hex price and the share rate. So we've got both of those on this chart. We've got both. There's the share rate down there and the Hex price there, and that's what influences this yellow Tshare price. And of course, that's having a bit of a pullback there. It's currently at 6,479 at the end here. The price is currently Hex just moved to 34 cents. So that's the pullback here. So a bit of a dramatic pullback, just a little bit stronger than I expected. But like I say, 32 is where I was thinking it might drop down and then move up for the next run. But once again, Pulse Chain is a bit further off in mid-December, so that was probably influencing some gap there, especially while the market and Bitcoin and that is starting to boom, possibly overturn its previous all-time high from 5-6 months ago. All right, so share rate, of course, heading towards 19,000, and that will probably good chance we could hit that in the next day or two. Payout per Tshare, this is the stuff that we all love because obviously we get paid, and that's going pretty stable along there. No big penalties recently. And of course, the stake count continues to rise. Very cool. Well over, was that 330,000, almost 331,000. Very cool. All right, so that's pretty cool. Let's have a look at, of course, Hex.vision site. This is fantastic. I love the site. You see the stakes still tickering along there in the couple hundred marks, and so we're going to watch that. But off the highs that we're having a few weeks back. And let's scroll right down to the bottom, and we'll have, this is my favorite chart, last 2 months, of course, October, November, the last two big giant staking candles. Of course, they've been there since about February of 2021. So we're just about through that whole early unstaking. People were, uncertain about the future, and so staking shorter than later, even despite the 5.75 average, because obviously the longer you stake, the more T-shares you get. So all these people down here are just loving their T-share gains as well. So we could probably expect a couple of things to happen from these two candles in particular, is that a lot of them will probably restake to get those T-shares. Some will obviously paper hands and sell, and I think they'll probably regret that leading into 2022. And of course, some will just hold it in liquid, and no matter whether you stake or liquid, you're going to get a copy on the Pulse chain. So I think there's pretty three things happening there. Then I think once we get into after Pulse chain launches, assuming that time frame, mid-December, then we could see nothing really holding Hex back from massive fundamentals, because you've got these big staking candles out of the way, and it really starts to drop down December, January, February. So February, March could see some real fundamentals happen here. This could be a huge run for Hex, especially with all the stuff happening in the Pulse Chain ecosystem as well. Now, I did a video yesterday on that. You want to check that out on the Pulse Chain fundamentals. That went through just about all of them. The only one I didn't highlight in full was the role of the Origin wallet, which is going to be pretty similar to Hex and control a lot of the supply of Pulse Chain, and also the ability to control all the validators if it so chooses. Although I think that it's probably going to have a few of its strategic partners play a role as well. So we'll have a look and wait and see whether that happens as well. So pretty cool. All right, so we've got the stakes playing out here, and of course over the next 15 years. So we'll see what this one does. So I've talked about this plenty of times, so we'll jump away from that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Not a lot in Richard Hart's Twitter over the last 24 hours, so I won't go through any of that. There was a big buyer that went in for 1.2 million. Other than that, that's pretty much where it is. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I do love doing this, and Hex's future is going to be amazing. It's going to blow people's minds, really is. So once again, catch me in the next one. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and I will catch you guys in the next video or two. You know, I like to do 3 videos, so I should probably likely do another 1 or 2 today. Hope you enjoy the content. Take care now, and I will